I'm standing in for Windy today, just while we do the tour.
Huh?
Just load them in my car. Actually, I brought my truck this time.
So how many kits do you have here, do you reckon?
Oh, I don't know, about 15 or 20.
Yeah.
1,000.
Look up there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at this.
30.
It's incredible.
30 different kids.
30 different kids, at least. Maybe more. Everybody here? Oh, here we are. You sign in here, and we'll give you one of these. About that. Okay.
And these are all the boxes by accident.
Hey, on the telephone.
Right.
Make your own catalog too, then.
Yeah. We have catalog.
Yeah, I've got your catalog.
To do the plans over here too, Jim? The kit plans? Yeah, we got some plans. If Janice is here, she can get plans for you.
The right type of thing. It's not, what is it? It's actually aircraft.
Well, no, it's butyrate.
Yep.
It's all butyrate, so.
Here's right. That's right.
Come on down
Don't
the
worry.
aisle.
You get one.
All these little things have thing in them, like landing gears. Landing gears are there. Over here begins the tank department, right? And, for instance, here's 2/3 of an ounce, if you make them half that size. Around here is a propeller. Oh, stops, you need probably only one or two sizes they don't have.
No, this is
I don't have 13 right now, and I might have to try one of those out. You want to try one of those out? We'll take it down to the hobby store and I'll take the money. Okay. Let's probably... Packages.
old kit.
Skyriders. Well, he must, I presume he's just not keeping these here to collect dust. They must be for sale. Wow.
They're originals.
Yeah, original kits, look. Even the Acrobat.
Yeah.
Oh, Blackmore and so forth today. We're still making them. Well, yeah. What nuts?
Make this stuff here? No. This you buy it.
You're missing something?
I've seen these before, but now with Jan.
Her name is Janet. There she is.
Hi.
We're speaking about you. All good, though.
Oh.
Back there, back there.
Riley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woods by Riley.
Yeah, I get my wood from Riley too.
See these pieces up here? These are flat pieces of balsa, and when the machine runs through it, creates it. It's two leading edges and a trailing edge. Two trailing edges and two leading edges. Small airplanes.
Yeah.
But when you get a kit from us, you know it's got the right parts in it. And these get stacked with parts as they make them to go in a kit. When they get all the parts done, well, then they run a kit. And they, steel wool die. You ever see a steel wool die operation?
Well, let's see.
Right? But here is the part in here, right? And behind that is the steel wool nut.
Oh, okay, sure.
See? You put that in, and then you put the piece of balsa on top of it, and put it in the press here, and it makes it.
The rubber
together.
punches it back
Yeah,
out.
punches
Punches it back out.
The rubber is a stripper. Gets it off. That was all the dies.
Probably is.
Wow.
Only one man that runs it. We don't let anybody else run it. Now, when you want to make a shape, fuselage for instance, let's see. Let's say you want to make this, right? And it's a fixture here, and you use a pathfinder. You put the wood in here and stick it on these little nails in here. Then you go over here to this machine. Now this is called a pin router. You got the pin down here, and you got the blade up here that's running about 3,000 RPM. You put this over here, and you press this down here. The air's on. The air's not on right now. Well, it comes up enough. Then you just follow that around, and whatever it does there, this cutter does above it.
Okay.
Right? All the shapes and everything.
Oh, I see.
Okay? That's the way we make those parts. Yep. Okay? And this machine that made those parts up there for the trailing edge and leading edge, you put a piece in here and makes 4 of them at a time. 2 round, 2 flat ones, right?
Whole exhaust system.
It's an exhaust system, yeah. We have a big collector outside the building there, and we send a guy out there about once every 2 days to empty about a 50-pound bag of chips.
Yeah, be good to have one of those in your shop. Oh my goodness. Look at all these props.
The milk crank that
It's
they made for
incredible.
so many years. It's a rectangular. And these little holes here go in part way. See? But there's little points there that holds it, okay? Then you turn this over and go around this cutter, and this ball bearing thing there rides on this upper thing to give you the shape on the bottom, right?
Sure.
So I've been running this quite a bit lately. So did everybody else to do it. Now, we're getting into the prop forming factory, right? Not any amount of program, but the way they're doing it. The way they were doing it, you see this ball here? They were stand back here and push that thing up against the cutter and back, right? And I thought, how long is anybody going to last with a 40-pound weight that you got to push up and back? And how fast and how even can they do it? So I put an air hydraulic system on here. Now what this is a hydraulic cylinder, and each one of these has oil in it. But it don't go all the way up to the top. It just goes up to about here. And when this is all the way back, the oil is high. This oil is down.
Right.
All right. Now these needle valves control the speed at which that goes back and forth. Right? So all I have to do is just press this button, and it works this thing. Now you'll see that. And I'll put this in here. This is a blank. Wow. I made an air clamp. I made all of this so that you wouldn't have to work with a mechanical thing. That sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But this does 2 other things too. I have 2 air valves on there. And unless those air valves are closed, indicating that this is all the way on, I can't push that button. Right. I push it, nothing happens. Right? So if I push this button with everything lined up right, then it goes on. Then you don't have any cutters cutting metal and doing things you shouldn't do. Now, back here is a wheel with screws in it that I can adjust the place where it shuts off. Okay. When this goes down, I will turn this on for a second. You'll see how this works. Now this goes up, this is a pitch clip. That determines how much pitch it goes on this one. If I have it set right, then the pitch gauge will come out exactly on the number. And every time I start a new batch, I always check the first one to make sure that I have it right. Now, let's get it running. They're running 2300. Vibrating from this thing because it's only a 3-bladed cutter. And even though it's running fast, it's made marks for what the pitch is, right? Then when I run it, it's no problem at all. Now, we come up with another problem. How do you keep, after you cut a propeller, say here's one right here, how do you keep this edge the same as that edge? It's easy to get it off. You either chew some of this out that you don't want or not enough. Right? So I was having problems with that, and I came up with an answer just Thursday. Real answer. I've been doing it another way, but this way is going to take me like 5 seconds to adjust and get the exact curve I want. So what I'm going to do is cut this rod in 2, because I used to have to move this up to do the other side. How much do you move it up? Yes. See? So now, and I'm not crazy about it because you see, this is a reject. Now, why? Look at this. Yeah. Or a nick in here. I get a lot of nicks in here. I'm throwing away 25-30% of what I got.
Out of birch.
Out of birch. And I don't like poplar because it's too soft. It works nice, but it's too soft. So we wind up with this, which is ash wood, which really works nice.
You'll make axe handles out of that.
Huh?
Make axe handles out of that.
Yeah. It's very strong, and it has some flexibility to it.
So is it, you got a different one of these for different pitch?
Yeah, I got one for each pitch. And then when I put this in here, I won't have to raise that. Just leave it alone. See, because I can, if I move this up like this and move that end down, it's the same thing as raising that, right? So it'll be a lot easier. I can just turn a knob here, it'll be done. So that I decided on Thursday. This thing slides back and forth, right? This is a motor off a router. And I made this part, and I made this part here, and I made all of this and this. I did all this work, put this whole thing together myself, and designed it. Now what I'm going to do is put a sensitive scale in the back, so that I can tell how much push,
How much thrust you
how
get.
much thrust you got for how many RPM. If I make it sanding course and finishing, she does a good job. That's 13 inch. It's waiting there till I fix the machine to take 13 inch.
Yeah, right.
So is 13 inch a new size for Brodak then, really?
Huh?
Or is 13 inch a new size?
On the rack, you got two sides of that and two sides of the other one, so we get a lot of props in there at one time. They let them sit in there with the fan running for a while, and then they take them out, they're finished. Then we polish them with steel wool.
What do you finish them with? What kind of finish do you use on it?
It's, there was a can around here the other day, I forget what the name of it was. See if it's in here. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, clearwood finish?
Yeah.
That's good stuff, we use that.
What is this?
Clearwood, yeah.
Oh, I've seen
Use
it.
that on lacquer.
Lots of stuff.
It's lacquer.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I recognize that smell.
It's good stuff, I'll tell you that.
Yep.
I made this a couple years ago. But, these are platforms, right? That's a new one I made a die for that, and then I made now this picture, let's say you want to do 2,000 of these things. How are you going to hold that straight and equal and everything while you braze it?
Yep.
But this way you can do it, so you have somebody over here putting them in and taking them out and putting the flux on. I stand here with a torch. 5 hours, we did like 3,000. Right? So you gotta, simple, right? It's the simple things that work the best.
Mashed potatoes, green beans, peas.
Yeah. I made that die, 6-7 years ago. And you'd be surprised how much wire I've cut with it, how much they cut with it here.
I'll bet.
Sometimes it runs 3 or 4 hours a day.
Oh, yeah. Gives a good edge.
Now, in here, right there, like that, and the rollers.
Okay, forging again.
Anyway, you press this button and it just comes down and rolls that thing right up. I built this machine. This is the ground. It doesn't put any burners on the props. If you know anything about drills, look at that. Like that? Sharpen the drill. Yeah, people around here that bar tools forget where they got it from.
Yeah.
No. The same people come to my house.
Boy, you got all kinds of nits in that thing there, don't you?
Oh, that's stuff that I've gathered over 20 years. Yeah. And when you want a piece to do something, you want it where it was the last time you had it.
Yeah, of course you do.
We know that. Or what, some of the stuff we make. But now you can put a hole in it, you can make one side over here, another side over here, and a different thickness in here. And all you do is operate with levers. You see, what you do, you put that in, move this back, move this up, this rod slides out till it hits here, and you close this up again, and then push this lever that's running, you go back and you put this little center drill in there, and you follow that up with a drill, and you follow that up by coming in here and pushing it this way, and that makes a shape around it, highs and lows, Then you come this way and cut it off. It falls down here and go box.
Yep.
Now, we make that automatic by using an air valve that I patented back in the late 60s. That never wears out. Never wears out. 50 million cycles is still better than it was when I started. So you can say it never wear out. Okay? So I got a patent on the thing.
Bunch of the kids I work with earlier, I got a...
So tell me, name, address, street phone number, where we should send a bomb. He took a perfectly good cardinal kit and turned it into, what do we call it? No name.
It's still a cardinal.
It's real nice. You like it with the nose wheel better?
Yeah, and I put a conventional engine kit up there where I can change about 4 or 5 different...
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
I go out and I teach these kids up through...
Yeah.
You know?
Nice wing tips. He's a nice job on the tips.
But what I do is I make them use their engine on it, so...
Oh. So what is that, a little air cooling vent in the back? Yeah, a little snorkel?
I put that in all these kind of... It just kind of breathes the crank.
That's kind of nice, yeah, I like that. Look at how he put that little breather back there.
I
That's
started
pretty
out
nice.
with some of Gordon Delaney's stuff like his Pathfinder.
Yeah. How's Gordon doing? You get to see him?
He was down for that Knights of the Round Circle jousting.
Yeah, Gordon and I had a great time in Pasco. He locked me in the bathroom. Thinking I was somebody else, and when I got out, he was very apologetic. Great guy.
He's been doing a lot too much flying lately.
Yeah, he had a bad back or something.
More again, I guess.
Yeah, bad health is not...
That Tower engine there, I was working with Middleton on some R&D work with it.
Yeah.
And we ended up putting timed FP40 guts in it, and then we put ball bearings in it. So
it's a one-of-a-kind engine.
Well, I got 4 of them now, but...
It's a 4-of-a-kind engine, like I said.
I don't think he's doing it anymore.
Well, what does he do? He makes the rework parts, or does he actually do the engines? Or?
He does the engines.
Okay, yeah, I had heard he did some real nice stuff. Dave Midgley said some of his motors at VSC were running really, really nice.
Yeah, he does port work on them, and
Yeah.
the bearings, though, we put the bearings in it, it really smoothed it out. You know, you lose a lot of friction, and it develops a little more power than the FP.
And you can still buy them, right? They're not one of the things that's like impossible to buy.
I think he might still have some over there. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to Tom now in about 6 months. But he's about, 45 miles from me. I used to go down and spend time in the shop with him and work on these things and never take them out.
Oh, you live in Southern California?
Yeah, I'm up in the San Fernando Valley area.
Oh, okay.
Up in the hills.
With the wealthy people. There's some nice little models. Little half-A guys.
When they get the big one under the table there, guy.
Where's the big one? Oh! Pull that Valkyrie out. Whoop, 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 whoop. But he didn't know. Oscar, pull that out. Oh, let's see the... All right, there we go. Where's Banjock when you need him? How's that fly? Good? Pretty cool, huh?
Very. Light, too.
I think you should put a 4-stroke cafe on that. That's wild as can be. What are you ladies laughing at? We tried to record Jake before, but he was in the cage. This mean person, put Jake in the cage. And we've tried many times to get, let's put Glenn in the cage. I think Kaler should go in the cage. Come on, Jake. Jake, you gotta stand up for doggy rights. Equal doggy rights.
Did you get anywhere with the changing of the site up on the hill?
Well, the vote is 2-18, I think, and me and Banjock are in a minority. Got some pictures here from the previous year, Brodak fly-ins. If you haven't seen last year's Brodak fly-in tapes, we still have plenty of copies of them. It was Big Art Adamison's induction into the Hall of Fame. It's all on video. Here's the 3 AMA Hall of Famers: George Aldrich, Bob Palmer, Art Adamison. Well-deserved honor. Bobby Hunt, who won the combat from the real combat flyers, in fact. That was pretty cool.
Today, if you'd like to fly up on the new paved circle, feel free to walk on up the hill.
My problem with their planes like
I can't make a gazebo choice.
He's judging the master. Everybody else is below 6 feet. Judges usually advance better and start good.
So people don't know how to judge it. No, the one I'm going to take a mention about I'm going to do this in no time. I'm going to say you're struggling.
You're really concerned. I got him.
Yeah, thanks.
Let me tell you the truth. It's unstable as that airplane.
These are outside loops. I mean, they fly happens to a crash. I've seen them fly as pilot. And it's not going to fly to me, it's probably you that always
After I fly out, they probably throw me out of school. What the hell you want?
Are you getting right? Fly at 60.
It's got a spar. So that way you push like that out here. You got everything mounted in the airborne way, including the lead out. I've already got my push out. Put my horn on there. Covered with glass cloth and then once was it on the inside there, right? That was down to place now. Oh, is that right? 2,000 flights.
Oh, that's what he did the other day. I thought I was going to have to camp out like I usually do. He raised his hand and he brought his hand down and fan the bottom of the whip.
Rich, you out there somewhere? Old time stun advanced, please. Thank you. This is Jim Hunt. There'll be another plant tour starting at 2 o'clock. Be at the motorhome out in the driveway and we'll take you down. Thank you.
Now, unfortunately, it's sad to report that Jerry's P47 had suffered a freak accident with some damage to the wing, a non-flying accident, and he's decided to leave us and get home to repair it for the Nationals.
That's called getting even.
Tom Hampshire and Doug Benedetti, advanced old-time stunt flyer.
That costs money to go through all my photographs. He gets royalties.
So we get the right photo caption. These are John, I can't think of his name. Let's see, is it Smith?
Paul Winter.
Paul Winter. Oh, you're a bad man. These are from last year, all last year?
No, there's some mixed ones, and they're great. Well, I mean, those are my pictures.
Those are your pictures? You don't have a name on my video. You're Mr. No Name. The man with no name. Clint Eastwood over here.
Oh, they mixed them all up.
The next morning, the women say the same thing. What's your name?
Yeah, but do they complain or leave money? What's the point?
They leave money because they don't want to come back.
I got 2 quarters in one night.
See, they don't want to come back.
Sorry, Karen. He's egging me on. He's pushing me beyond my human endurance here. Yeah, Sunderland's letting us get all his pictures on video here.
I wondered where they went. I haven't seen them in 2 days.
Larry Scorinzi probably had them.
Here's my other batch. They're underneath. They're wrapped up in the paper. These are all positive.
Some nice stuff here. Anyway, we're cooling off. They're getting ready to start round 2. They're lining up the planes for round 2. We'll kind of waddle over there and see if we can get some of the flights.
Who am I missing?
John Sunderland's great picture collection. Yes, sir, John.
So you say you'd like to judge advanced instead of
Not me.
blend of your expertise in the... I think he flew an old Peabody judge.
I will ask. The gentleman of scholars.
What was the name of that one?
John, congratulations. Thanks. You bet.
Now look at this picture here, John. Here's Bobby giving me a trophy. Bobby's all sweaty. Look at him, and I'm nice and clean and dry. Now this is a testament to Brodak deodorant, which works whether you're a CD or a pilot.
Put your catalog in my
I think
Oh!
Typhoon videos.
that thing called the Silver Lancer. Well, that's my daddy's airplane.
And my personal favorite, the Chevelle. That is a good one.
You know what you called us there in '96 when we bought that out, right? You said,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
said, oh my God, look who's coming! It's the Chevette boys.
The Chevette boys. The Chevy 2 boys. How's your dad doing, by the way?
He's doing all right. He's not flying much, but he's doing okay.
All right, we're starting round 2. Round 2, Friday. The weather seems like it's just as hot as yesterday. Luckily, I sold all the fuel I brought, because those cans were just ready to explode from the heat. Ooh, this sounds nice and quiet. Not the quietest muffler I've ever heard. Looks like he's got a problem with the run. Yeah, it's going dead rich. Playing with the tank mounted on the inside of the body. Zambelli's Viking. Lord, when are you going to fly?
Over at the Circle.
That's right.
It was 1985 or 6.
Yeah.
And you said, something's wrong with your scores, go get your score sheet. So I went and got them,
Yeah.
brought it back. You guys checked them and said, there was a mistake, you got more.
You deserve it. Beekman's incredible Sato 30 powered Ringmaster. Dominating the event like it's never been dominated before. As the Red Baron takes to the air with the Folkerschmidt.
The Folkerschmidt?
1,700 square inches of triple wing area.
Down to the last.
Roy DeCamera, the real ignition maven of the event. Guarantees a one-flip start, day or night.
Looks like a big red window blind.
That's what you need, Glenn, is an ignition engine plane. You're having it too easy in life. Hey, Banjock, where's my ignition engine? You ever going to put it in a plane? Come on, you have nothing to do lately. You've been sitting down for 2 hours. Put it in Zambelli's Viking. Let's do something with it.
Fires here, well, give him a signal. Got it a little loaded. Okay? Okay, you're on.
Now that's really pretty cool. He gets at the fire, shuts the ignition switch off, and it starts on the next flip. He's on 80-foot lines or something here. What's going on? Oh, full-length lines? It is a 60-foot circle, right? Now, that sounds good and healthy. Eat your heart out, Zambelli. an ignition engine. What, am I too young at 55? I gave it to Danny Banjock, and he's sitting on it like a chicken on an egg.
No, I mean when we were flying there.
Oh, no, I never flew it, no. Still got a cool sound though, Glenn. Still sounds cool.
I've got one hanging about.
This is a Spitfire?
No, it's Super Cyclone.
Still got a pretty good flight, huh, Glenn?
Yeah, I think it's a good flight.
I like that start routine. I am impressed with that. A little lean up top.
Yeah.
You running gasoline in there or alcohol? Gasoline? Has a nice smell as it goes by. You definitely can smell it. I guess it's the oil that you can smell.
Yeah, I think they use something like 40 weight oil.
40 weight oil, yeah. Yeah, they're coming.
He has 500 engines and now he needs a 4-stroke.
Yeah, that's true. You never have enough though, Glenn. It's like money. You know how you collect money? You collect those Abraham Lincoln bills and I collect 4-strokes.
You can get a bigger version out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear a lot of get about him, don't you?
Stevie McBride of Clifton flying his Cardinal Evolution from Elliott Scott Plans. Stevie's wandering around here, getting close to the trees, it looks like. We've been having a good time with Stevie, trying to get him to wake up in the morning. Got to find out how his dad has been having luck waking him up in the morning. Looks like a Brodak Oriental flying here. minute, we're just going from circle to circle, seeing what looks like it's turning into a very, the end of the round or some practice flights now toward the end of the day. And it's cool, believe it or not, cooling off a bit, which probably means a couple hours from now it'll rain. Guess we're going to find out. Just the nicest day of days. I think you should take the top and the bottom and just leave the middle one there. Oh!
Wait a minute.
Just like the real Folkerschmidts. Somebody hit the kill switch. Oh, it goes into the black hole in space. Yeah! Put little blinders on. Bobby Brookins, the king of the pajama clan. Looks like he's done with his flight. We got here too late, Bobby. We're headed over to get more pizza. Oh! Brookins, you're not supposed to do that! You see how people get nervous when they're on camera? Have you girls ever been in movies?
No.
Before today?
No.
You know these movies go to Australia, New Zealand, Germany, England, Italy? And there's some pretty perverted men in my list of customers.
Somehow that doesn't...
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Adding insult to injury. Where the hell are you guys getting all these plates from? Like, how many stunt chips can you put in a Volkswagen? Don't you know that ultraviolet light destroys paint?
Yeah, but it has a little dihedral too.
Wow! These things are really going to be semi-scale by the end of the day. Oh my God! How many more of these you got in the trunk of that Volkswagen? Wow!
That's Kim Foster and Bob Campbell.
Woo. He stole my name of my business. I wonder how many businesses named Cardinal. I know there's a Cardinal Trucking.
Really?
There's a house of ill repute in downtown Lodi, Cardinal Services.
Don't know nothing about that.
Not me.
Veterinary, right?
Yeah.
Cat house?
Ill repute. Is it getting hot? It was cool before. It's hot now. It's cool before. It's hot now.
Would like to remind everybody that appearance points are at 6 p.m. Appearance points tonight on this field at 6 p.m. Between the two circles, we're also going to have a painting demonstration, a stunt nose demonstration, and also a kept phone ring demonstration tonight. Everybody is welcome. Appearance points people is mandatory.
Anyway, we're going to get ready for a pier. Let's see what time it is. 2 o'clock. Appearance points will be at 6. And one of the nicest parts of any Brodak meeting, you have never been here, is they, unlike they do at the Nats where they put them in a building and you're all confined and everything, and then they try to have some kind of a pilot's meeting to entertain you for 3 hours. Over here we have some real nice grass. It's outdoors, the planes sparkle and shine. You get a lot of good photo ops. It's usually a pretty good time. And thanks again to John Sunderland for letting us review his photos of last year. Once they're on video, the nice part is they're preserved forever, unlike photographs that get lost, stolen, depleted, faded. And you really can't make a reasonable other copy realistically unless you have negatives and everything. With a video, just make another copy. I see the battery light, so we're not going to get the end of this flight. Hello, nice day. We'll see how far it goes in. Usually we get about a minute. How heavy is this plane? How heavy? This plane has the look of cement.
It'll take 3 people to lift it.
Yeah. 3 people, 3 bodybuilders.
That's
Have you gotten your money's worth out of this? Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Hard to resist.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Lazarus.
That's way the heck too much work.
back for one more run. Time to go.
One more trip to the glue factory. Talk about the glue factory.
That would have been the...
Ah, Beatty, you're a good man. Where's his little scale plane? Let me go look at it. Beatty and I are trying to come up with one of the things that'll help John. This plane tends to, when you take off, it raises this wheel. And what we did is we measured the height of the bell crank and the height of the lead-out guide. The lead-out guide, which is higher. So what happens is when you go to take off, this is wanting to straighten out, and it's picking that wheel up. So because you could move this up and down easily, that wouldn't be a problem at all. You could put extra holes in here or whatever. That shouldn't be a problem at all.
I wonder where I had it.
And it looks like these wheels could use a little more. Well, this one especially is really tight. The wheels on all my planes, Frank, I make them that they're sloppy. That things are, the sloppier the better.
You know, I wonder if he raised this cutout here to accommodate that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
I'd like to see my original drawings. You know.
If that was lower, the lower you make that, the more it's going to tend to hold this wheel on the ground. Or if when he was taking off, if he kind of crouched down, so you wouldn't have that angle. Do you know what I'm saying? That might be something that'd be worth trying.
Now, Wendy, if you fly this thing, it's got to be the key thing. It's got to be balanced right, which means it's got to be somewhat nose heavy.
Let me see. Well, I can't work the controls
be
on it.
Balanced properly.
Where does it normally balance? Where do you normally balance? Right about at the pilot?
Yeah, but when I say balance, I'm not saying like this.
Yeah.
I'm saying if I suspend it somewhere, say about like here, it's like this. So it's not, that's kind of a reference point, and then I want to say 5 degrees nose down hanging from that point.
Okay.
And that point is usually 20% of the mean average chord.
Well, 20% of an airfoil on a stunt ship, now scale ship's not the same, 15% is where the plane is very stable, 20% is a mean average, 25 is where when guys are really super expert flyers where they fly.
Well, most of the time with a scale job, you don't have the luxury of putting the balance. It's got to balance a certain point no matter what. And generally they got a short nose and a long tail.
Right.
So to keep from putting excessive weight in the nose, we balance them a little bit further back than maybe you stunt guys might.
Okay.
But we check them out from that point. They got to be hanging down about like this.
Okay.
And then they're reasonable to fly and to set up for a landing.
Especially in the wind, if the wind is blowing and you're going up into the wind.
The thing I wanted to stress importantly, this thing has to have that 3-ounce muffler on it.
Oh, he doesn't have the muffler on.
Not right now.
Okay.
So, but I mean, and the other thing, it's kind of, I do not fly stunt at all. I couldn't do a loop on a bet hardly.
On purpose, you mean?
Yeah. And all my planes for the past 40 years have had throttles.
Right.
So I have a tough time making a dead stick landing. A nice one, you know?
Yeah.
Now, on the other hand,
this has a throttle, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. When I give my throttle airplanes to a pretty damn good stunt pilot, until they shoot 3 or 4 landings, power on landings, they have some trouble. So I'm just saying, feel your way with it. Usually,
well, I don't need to fly it to see what's wrong with it. I can see it as long as I can videotape it from
what I'm
camera angles. I can
scale models usually have a heavier wing loading.
Oh, sure.
And they may be a little sensitive, and they may not have the ideal wheel position.
Yeah, of course.
So, and like I said in a recent article, you guys have a kind of a standard format, and your airplanes have a pretty predictable.
They're all pretty much the same, is what you're.
Pretty predictable flight characteristics. Scale models are every kind, biplanes.
Yeah, every one is a little different or a lot different.
Yeah. Some are clipped wings, some have a lot of wing area, some are heavy wing loading. So you kind of got to, till you shoot a few landings, you kind of got to feel your way with them. So.
Well, the thing is, what I'm trying to convince John of is to do this testing before you get to the Nats, And then you have that limited practice window where it's inconvenient to do it.
Yeah, he should fly it, a time or two. This would be an ideal day because
it's perfect right now.
Yeah, it's virtually no wind.
It is, no wind.
And,
he's got a lot of other things to do, I understand that.
Right.
I'm not pressuring him, but
I'm
if
amazed that he does the things he does.
If he wants me to go look at it for, it's going to take us an hour to set it up. This hour right now is a good hour.
But your point is a good one. I wouldn't have thought that this was that crucial, but I know some of the guys, when I fly my airplanes, some years back, they would tell me, when I'm flying, this high off the ground, my airplane's outboard wing down. So I've started paying more attention to where I locate this, and I've got my airplanes level now. So what you're saying here is, this maybe should have been down, and some of my
definitely should have been down.
Some of my friends were saying I should have took this through the wing and come out on the bottom.
Yeah, well.
But to me, that presents. This is going to be a kid,
Yeah, of course.
So that presents for some people, sending this through the wing and coming out the bottom is a little bit of a more difficult building exercise.
Why couldn't it go right through the wing?
Well,
what problem?
I'll get to that.
Problem to get the bell crank in that short area?
Well, I'll get to that. And then when they come out the wing here, you got a finishing problem around that exit. Okay, my original airplane had an upright engine, and the mounts, of course, were on the thrust line was on the center line, and the mounts were below there, and the bell crank was mounted above the bell crank, above the motor mounts. So then this could be fairly high, and you would still have a level lead outs. Now, the reason we went to inverted engine here, my original airplane, you couldn't put this cylinder on there.
Oh, okay, because the real engine,
carburetor and your
came out in the wrong spot.
So John and I talked it over, and he said for him, inverted engines are no problem.
Yeah.
So we inverted it so that you could have this detail here. And he's had no problem starting that, I don't think. So
no, I don't remember that being a problem.
It's not a problem for him. But it did mean then that the motor mount.
How much does this model weigh when it's all fueled and ready to go? Is it?
I don't know.
What do you think? 4 pounds?
I think he said 54 ounces.
Okay.
I think that's what he said. Which is, for scale, that's reasonable. For you, that's very heavy. For scale, that's...
No, 50. I thought it would be a lot more. I was not aware that it was that light.
Under 60, I'm pretty sure. I think it's...
But these wires, when they come out, if I could make a straight line here, do you see what I'm saying? They're already going up.
The only thing is, when I flew it in St. Louis, I don't recall having that problem.
It could be John is pulling on it. See, what'll happen if you're pulling on it, the front wheel, it does this.
Yeah, maybe he just needs to walk with it.
Walk with it. It could be that he's got the track that the plane wants to go straight, and by him pulling it, see, if I could see what he was doing once, if I could just watch it.
The wheel may be making it track too straight.
That's right.
And then if he's putting too much line...
It makes what it's doing, it's dragging this wheel and it's doing this. Yeah. Where that wouldn't even be a factor then.
Yeah. It's a...
Yeah. Well, we'll talk to him about it. I don't know if he's really pressed for time though, I'm sure of that.
Oh yeah, today. In most of your scale operations, as you're taking off, you're not going that fast. You really shouldn't be straightening this wire out.
Yeah, it should be a little slack. Yeah.
I mean, because one of the things I like to do is run it on the ground like this for a lap.
Sure.
And I used to never do that, and then one guy showed me how easy it was, and
just hold a little down.
Yeah. As long as you have just a little less than flying speed, you could run on the mains all day long.
You could run your car out of it.
But see, that notion was inbred in me from years ago when we never had asphalt to fly on.
Right.
So you were trying to get them out of grass before they noticed them.
Yeah, right.
So you got them, you didn't want to run on the mains at all.
Yeah.
Get them in the
Just
air.
in the air. 10 laps. In the old days, you just had to fly 10 laps.
Right.
And that was it.
So for a long time, you know, to me, you never ran them on the mains.
But this kid isn't ready, like he hasn't sold any of them yet, or it's not, like,
I don't know
saleable?
what his problem is. One of the problems is a spinner.
Oh, he hasn't got a spinner source?
It's not, well, I told him about that before we got into this. I said, you got something here that's could be a problem. There's no off-the-shelf spinner.
Yeah, you gotta get True Turn or somebody to make a special one.
Yeah, and that's
True Turn
correct.
will make them if you're gonna make 200-300 at a time.
Yeah, I approached them about making this, and they want 15 or 1,800 to make you one, and then they'll put it in their list of
Oh, I see, for a prototype. They charge you for prototyping, yeah.
And then after they sell so many of them, you'll get some of your money back. I don't remember the details now.
Yeah.
And if I were doing a big RC job, let's say, I might assume they'd sell enough of these.
That you could bury that cost in there, sure.
But when you're doing control line,
everything's in smaller amounts.
You know, I don't think it warrant that. You know,
There's other ways you can do it. You can make this piece out of
well, he
aluminum.
has insisted that he or this Mr. Hunt could spin that.
Jim Hunt's a pretty sharp guy. He could figure that out.
Yeah,
I'm sure he could. In small quantities, you know, not that you have to make 10,000
of
of them.
about bringing this, I thought, I'll see a mediocre, decent built airplane. And when I saw this is just fabulous.
Oh, you did a great job.
It's wonderful.
Well, we'll see if he wants to fly it. That's really up. Yeah, that part it's up to him. Back out to the flying field over the lily pads here. Beautiful, beautiful pool area, black back deck, flowers, gazebo. Oh, Danny's flying a biplane. Let me get this biplane on tape. Danny. Look at this, we're hiding down that flying scale and he's flying the biplane. This is the pusher bike. That's all done, look at this, we missed it. Well, there's a whole flight on the Circle Burner video. Unless he's gonna fly it again. Trust me, it does the whole pattern well. All right, Danny! Hey, Danny, can I fly it? Bring it over here and put a flight on it. All right. This is the spectator circle.
Okay.
Rich Peabody. Contest over. It's entertainment time. Guys are taking out all of what I call the entertainment planes. The GBs are out here, the Bipes, the Tripes, the Yipes. It looks like it's going to be big flight streak time soon. Big flight streak, big flight streak. See the Retracts. You gonna fly the Retracts again?
Well, yesterday I looked for you. I was flying.
Yeah, but I'm all over the place. I'm like fly, you know what?
Yesterday, and some guys started cheering.
Oh, well, I'll cheer.
Yeah, it really.
How many guys are flying on this circle now? A lot? They got all the entertainment planes going here.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll bring a Retract plane over and fly this.
Yeah, I got plenty of tape.
All right. Hey, it's working well too.
Yeah, I want to see it. That's great.
Working real well. It's well, you'll see it fly.
then we can talk it through. But
I gotta see
like it.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I'm getting more and more confident of the system, and I've already started laying out some kinematics, the actual linkage for a triple.
Oh, okay.
And the doors have.
Yeah, what good is a B25 if the nose wheel stays?
No, I'm talking the doors snap.
Oh, I know. Of course.
Yeah, because
I'm leaving it all to you, my master.
Well, it's going to happen, and I'm going to do my stagger wing beach is a definite. I got the wood for it. I got the Enya 53 4-stroke.
All right.
It'll have throttle retracts, and I'm going to take your advice and make it take apart.
Make it take apart. It's easier to work on it.
Exactly. Well, you got to remember, then I can drop the servo right in.
Sure.
Button it right up.
And if you need to do maintenance, just pull it apart and work on it.
I was thinking about something.
What?
Since you got a Typhoon with a removable wing, how about making another wing for it with dihedral?
Sure, could do that.
I'll build the retracts for that.
I think you should start building them now. I'll give you the templates for the ribs.
Give me the spacing on the landing gear.
Yeah.
Give me the thickness of it. All I need is 2 ribs, because I'll make up a mock-up to dummy up the linkage. Then all you have to do is build a wing around it, and you can do maybe one of the carbon fiber wings.
A possibility, yeah. The airfoils are the same.
Do you think you could put a little dihedral in it? Because remember,
it has polyhedral. A real Typhoon goes out and then goes up.
So we put the landing gear mechanism in the flat section.
Sure.
Does that retract in or out?
In.
Okay, so it's a standard.
Dead flat in.
That's exactly what the staggering is going to have.
Yeah, it's a 90-degree retract arm.
Well, I'll tell you, if you want to do that, I think, and then you can use whatever servo you want, because you can use the infrared drive system.
Sure.
That is going to be the type.
And I'll still have a channel left over for something else.
Like what, wheel brakes?
I don't know. I don't know yet. We got to see how your plane flies.
I'm going to get the.
All right. Danny's going to fly the big streak.
Yeah, they're going to do some streaking now.
You going to streak it up here, boy? Streak? What's next? The big streak?
Big streak.
Big streak, okay.
You got it.
We're going to streak them. Oh, he's got wheels on top, wheels on bottom.
Go get some pictures of Al's Cardinal.
I got it already. I got it.
I'll tell you,
nice.
Nobody ever believes me. To get to his level, and he's a lot better flyer, a lot more coordinated. Let's go get a fucking Cardinal. Build it. You got a problem, get a Tiger 60.
Yeah, so what can it do?
If you got a problem, when you'll fix it.
Yeah, but there's no problem to fix.
Right.
It's idiot proof.
Well, that's the whole thing. He's flying better. Teddy needs one.
Yeah, Ted
needs. It helped Mike Cooper immensely.
Yeah, sure. And it's all off-the-shelf stuff.
Yep.
And it flies well. Big streak, big streak, big streak. Throttle control, throttle control, throttle control. Oh, now he has the similar to Fred Cronwet system where it activates through the lines. Those are 027s?
Yeah. 027 anchor cable.
Don't try flying your Mustang on that.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Nope.
If it had a 4-stroke, it'd do it.
Yeah, no, not with a 12-inch prop. He gets his Dean's connector, plug that in, baby. Plug that in. The big streak.
Oh, I gotta get the little tie straps for the big streak.
The big streak. Crashed many times. There's only one, the big streak. Look at it next to the bike. Yeah, I'm sorry we didn't get the bike. We're down there working on John's, working with the PT22. The Philly Flyers have it all. Every aspect of the hobby covered in spades. This is why they need a trailer to come. A trailer. Ah! Off on the horizon, I see. It's the wife. Is it illusion, or is it my wife coming to get me, rescue me? Oh, baby, how you doing?
Get that one, because nobody's going to believe
This is what is in it? Is it a car battery, a jack, a lift, a thing to change car tires?
There's a milling machine going on.
Wow.
This is the version of a Wendy Yartnowski field box.
You leave that Wendy Yartnowski alone. I got enough enemies now. I don't need any more. I have my fair share of them. That's incredible. That's how you stay in shape.
There's a girl, woman you would have loved at Brodak.
I love all women.
I says to her, I said, I want some chicken sandwich meat, the cheapest you got. See, we don't have any cheap chicken sandwich meat. I said, what do you feed your mother when she comes to town? She says, dog food. Love her.
Why don't I think you made that up?
Oh, don't say anything about my mother. You offended me. I loved it.
The more people you offend in life, the more fun you'll have.
At least we communicate.
Are these those illegal plans that Paul Winter is selling in England? Yeah, we got to put an end to that guy.
Where is that guy?
We're glad he stayed in England. They took up a collection to keep him in England. Hey, Big Daddy, having fun?
Oh, yeah.
That's every plan on the whole world that's ever been published. No sweeper plans in there? Find me some of them.
I was looking for the Talon. There's a Talon plane.
Talon's a nice plane.
Yeah.
Stunt machine, that Schaefer's plane.
Well, who mind buying the magazine from me?
It's big streak time. Big streak. As the ground crew prepares the big streak with the big battery and the big band jock.
This is the motor's so big it's a 6-volt battery.
Whoa. Danny straps himself in. Always a treat, the big streak. Checking the throttle operation.
Bring it up. Down a little bit. Down a little. No more. So work on all. No more. Hold that.
He's a wimp. Sounds like the motor's falling out of it. Motor's run! Whoop. All right, Danny! Woo! The big streak. Hey!
I'll be like that a couple minutes.
Yeah. You wimp! When I fly it, it never does that. You wimp! Put your hand in a vise, I'll stop it from shaking. Next up on the Philly Entertainment Center.
Great job, buddy. Well, good job. Everything came apart. We'll just get some other bolts.
What happened? The motor got loose?
Yeah, we were at to put some Loctite on it or something.
Oh.
No big deal.
What are they, 832s?
Yeah.
Oh, you know why? The ones you have on there are not hardened bolts. Those are soft steel.
Well, part of the problem was...
Don't tell Brodak.
we lost our freaking 832 hardened Allen bolt.
I might have some. How long are they?
Two inches.
Oh, no, I only got 1 inch. I might have some 832s.
If you do, did I bust? I took them off.
I don't have them 2 inches long, trust me. Yeah.
Well, as soon as you said the engine was loose, that's what I was going to do, come in and bust the prop.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't going to fuck around.
No.
We already have one little problem out here today with a teeny itty-bitty little airplane.
Yeah. And if my luck, the 832s, I'll be castrated with this thing. I'll be really hurt.
I told him, I says, if this thing bounces up and hits him in the family jewels, it's going to be a little bit...
Oh, you guys really know how to...
your weekend.
Let's get her out of the
I think I'm going to take the retract plane over to that far circle.
Okay, I'll go over there with you.
Okay.
Adamusco's going over there too. We'll go over there and see how they're doing. J.A., Joey A.
I remember I was running things I got tired of that. Well, that's what we just got off.
Is it going to be all right, Dan?
What's that?
The airplane?
Oh, yeah, just the engine bolts loosened up.
Oh.
Yeah, probably the best part of the day is not the competition part, but the practice, fun fly, have a great time, hang out with everybody part of the day.
I was looking for the shortest distance between 2 points.
All right. The McLean Air Force, always one jet ahead of the competition. McLean, you're just part of the jet set is all I can say.
And what's that make you?
I don't know.
Mr. Carbon Fiber.
I don't know what I am.
Oh, boy.
The full body or half body, not sure we know. GB. Blue plane's not ready, Gary?
No, it's up in the truck there. Joe just looked at it.
Oh, I'd like to see it later.
All right, I'll bring it down then.
Bring it down, yeah. And of course the bi-slob with wheels on both sides. Now I am impressed.
It worked great.
You got banjock. It's easy to out banjock. I mean hard to out banjock. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm so hot and sweaty. J.A., how you doing, kid? Pit crew needed? Got a crew?
I'm going to try something good here, Wendy. I'm going to, instead of pressurizing my Uniflow,
Pressurize the overflow and pack off the Uniflow. Yeah, try that. You got time for about 7-8 flights here, so use it up, baby.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just cut off what you need.
No.
Yeah, here. Zambelli's got the soprano knife available. Mr. Awesome, plane we've been working on a little bit, Sato 72.
this one. So it's melted in there pretty good.
Yeah, I had one of those. By the way, the pink
One of the most nicely finished of any of the models Joe has. I mean, they're all nice, but this one is exceptional. Sato 72, Joe's own tank, 14.5 rev up.
If this works, I can rearrange them things.
Exactly. Let me give this fellow his tubing back.
Okay.
So you're going to try with the using the vent pressure, more or less? Okay, worth a try.
Use your trained ear to try to help
Yeah,
find the
yeah.
happy
I sure will.
Okay. Pocket knife. All right.
I have a habit of missing things. I'm forgetting to take the battery off.
Just get it started and let me get a feel for where the needle is. This is where it was the last time we flew?
Pretty much.
Okay.
You know, a click.
Yeah.
Are you aware that you have rudder inset?
Yeah.
It pulls that much?
Yeah, he's got Sato line tension problems. Too much. Hey, hold his plane.
Okay, bro.
She actually leans just a tad in the air.
Well, it's so hot.
Yeah, this weather, you got.
I mean, you're.
The telltale is going to be the overhead.
See, he doesn't like it. I like it when it speeds up in the overhead 8. Ah, the hell with it. Just let it go.
He's back a tad.
Yeah, I think so.
He's actually this side of the.
Yeah, well, his arms are 9 feet long. That's the deal. Yeah, he's going through his own air.
You can see it, but it drives too.
Well, you don't want to. One thing you don't want to have today is a rich run. If it's rich going through that air, that's when you lose the plane. It's not over lean. It's not chattering or anything.
No, I said it may be a pattern in the war motor.
Yeah, he's on full lane lines still.
Is he running your fuel?
Yes.
I've been telling a lot of people about that.
Yeah, that's a good brew. That's George's brew.
Yeah, everybody who's asking what fuel you use, I'm just telling them to call in to get the.
Well, we haven't been having any problems. That's the good, you know.
What I found is that every engine so far that I switched to is way better.
Absolutely.
Every engine. Who's so close?
Absolutely. Well, good fuel is good fuel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like.
And the 5% all you need.
I haven't had to use anything but 5. Just listen to that noise in the background.
All that racket?
The noise.
Pull out of this aircraft? Is it a pipe engine?
Not sure. Yeah, it was a Tiger 60.
Fuel cooking a bit?
Oh, this battery's going dead now. You know what's happening with the heat? Doing some kind of minor repair here.
Apparently you got a
What happened? You jink a prop?
Yeah, I didn't do it. I don't know how it happened.
Carbon fiber?
Yeah. I certainly didn't hear it happen, so.
Yeah. Does it have a split in it?
Who?
Does it have a split? That's not really a good idea to do that, because if the split starts working its way down.
Yes, I know what you mean. I'm gonna see what I can do. fungal.
let's take the prop. Take the prop off and you gotta rebalance it anyway.
Yeah, no, I'll do that.
Well, it doesn't get in the car roll down.
I'll put another prop on it.
You don't have a spare prop?
Not this, not a volley, no. Wendy, I never carry spare props with me. Hank is always laughing at me. The only guy I know who takes one prop to a contest.
Hank was telling me the same thing. He said that Lampion is so cheap, he doesn't even have a spare prop.
It's not a matter of being cheap.
You know what you need is one less CD and one more prop, and you'll be even on the money.
That's right.
You won't even be broke anymore. Cavalier, it's flying well, Bob.
Cavalier.
How'd you do today?
I got fourth.
Okay.
Both the profile and we finally got the profile up, but I flew almost immediately after with this. It just
oh yeah, it's two different.
Two different feels, you know.
Yeah.
I even put a little bit more nose weight in to make it less obvious, but
I
it
hear
was
you.
just not the same airplane.
Yeah.
I wasted
well, not everybody has the talent of Borelli that can do that. I mean, some people are limited.
Right.
Hank Forbes has said you only bring one prop to a contest. Is that true?
That's why he's fixing it.
Oh my God, here's Hank Forbes.
Why do you think he's repairing his one?
Most people would reach into the toolbox, take out a spare prop, and it'd already be flying.
Really? That's why he's fixing it.
But not Bobby Lampione.
Not Bobby Lampione.
Now imagine if he had one less CD in that 10,000 CD collection.
Oh, with that CD, I was.
Or what? Maybe one less pizza. Oh God, man! You think you're lighter than me? How much you weigh?
Now I'm 187.
You're lighter than me. I better shut up.
Down from about 215.
I better shut up. I'm 195.
You're taller than I am, so you know.
Yeah, well, when you factor in the good looks too, it's.
Well, this is true. You're right.
Yeah. My hair weighs more, Bob.
Well, you certainly have more hair. You're right about that.
What a phony.
And did you photograph the perennial favorite Ray Moore and his?
Oh, I got Ray. Yeah, I got Ray. I got Ray and his wife before. How much paint you got on here? Wow, this is really nice. Feels like you got a lot of clear on there.
No,
is that DTL stuff?
Well, some beginners make the mistake.
This is Randolph's. It's all Randolph's.
This is all Brodak?
Well, in this case, it's Randolph's.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Nice. It's a nice job.
You get all this grease and a couple of dents too.
Wow. What's the Scotch tape, just to keep the crack?
No, I had it raised there, right.
Most guys use bolts. Not Bobby Lampione. One national win and he's an engineer, right?
Didn't want it to get work. Hey, you taught me to use tape.
One concourse win and he's given out lessons already.
You said use tape, Bob. It's great.
No, it is. Keeps the fuel out. Don't you see it?
The crack from, you know.
That's right. Tape in my box. Man, I had junk falling apart my whole life. I know all about it. Yeah, you're right, Hank. You know, like when his birthday comes up, chip in and buy him a spare prop. Everybody should, at least, he'll chip 2 or 3 of them then per contest. Look at this watch, boy. You got a nicer watch than I do.
Well, that's why.
Look at this. See, if you would have bought, see, I paid $10 for this. If you would have bought a 10, that's probably 15. If you would have bought that, and then you could buy a couple more, and Randy Smith could beat his car payment.
This was 130.
Oh! Randy, he's spending money.
Listen, it's a swatch. It's a swatch.
A swatch. Yeah, like I know what a swatch is, right?
You don't know what a swatch is? I actually belong to the Swatch Club of the world.
They send you a different clock. They send a different watch every month.
But no props. You get to the contest, you got 110.6 Molly.
One prop.
That's a nice plane.
See, Joey is here, and Mr. Adam.
The room is starting out. One prop Lampione.
And just when you thought you've seen everything, Mr. Triplane comes to the front circle.
You got a new battery?
Yes. I'm ready for the Retracts whenever you are, my boy.
Now. This guy's ready.
Okay, when we get Retract boy here off the field, Triplane man. It's like a flying Venetian blind. Actually, though, when you factor in how unusual a plane is, it really does fly pretty good.
Like a big German Venetian.
Yeah. Now you should make one with 3 cardinal wings and outdo them. got a cut on the back circle. Anyway, we're waiting for Bob Zambelli to fly his retract plane. We're hoping to see if he can come up with some technology for the B-25. Be nice to have retracts, that's for sure. Triplane man is finally ready to to land. All right! Hey! Flown yet?
No, that's what I'm going to do now.
Okay. If it flies, you know the problem. Then you got to refinish it. If it crashes, you don't have to refinish it. All right, good luck. That's the plane we worked on this morning. Ted, the thing flies great. Looks great, flies great. What was that, 56?
Yes.
All right.
You can
awesome.
never have too much power.
No. Should put Zambelli's 91 on there, in fact, just for the effect. Just to make people crazy. Looks great.
I like it. It's the first plane I ever sprayed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
you can tell if you really look at it.
Oh, you don't have to though. It looks good. Put the gas in. Mr. Sumner, get over there by the plane. You too. You go on. Yeah. Come on, we've been harassing you all day. You know, you are definitely a unique individual. I'll give you credit for that.
He's kind of bad shape himself.
In another world, you might have been windy. I don't know. Okay, I'm ready to go.
We do have our similar peculiarities.
Oh, Woody's Thunderbird. The Thunderbird. Raymond continues with the Spitfires. You got a throttle on that?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just put it on.
All right.
Now take this.
So this can set the auto too.
The RPM. It'll set the RPM. It won't set the mix.
All right, the next up on our list is Zambelli demonstrating the Retracts, which totally would work on, say, an Al Raby Mustang, any real full-size plane, any a Cardinal it would work on. A Spitfire, a Typhoon.
Zetron demonstration.
Zetron. Plane ran good.
Are you recording right now?
Yeah. I want to see his Retracts work.
Oh, he's got retracts?
Yeah. Guess what else might have Retracts, Joe? Take a wild guess.
Starts with a B and ends with a 25.
When Dave Downey sees these videos, he's going to be running like, checking it out. All right, Bob Zambelli, 4-cycle. Throttle control. Okay. Wheels up. Wheels out. Wheels up. idling by with the wheels up. Flip the throttle. Coming in on idle. You're not down yet. You're still up. You're coming down. You're up. See, the thing that happens is when you run a motor without being full throttle all the time, you use so little gas that you can really make the gas tank a whole lot smaller. Pretty amazing. Pretty cool stuff. Years ago, none of this would be possible years ago. You're down. It's really rough ground here to do real touch and goes with a small plane, but hard to follow when you don't know which maneuver he's going to do next. Very good demonstration, Bobby. Look forward to seeing all your creative stuff.
At home. I put my cell phone over because it's a little lumpy.
Well, I don't know. Everybody's been complaining, but I don't know. Let's see what. John Sunderland is going to fly. Why don't you give him a lunch, Joe?
I got to read more about it.
Hard to imagine it could be more fun than being here, sitting out here in the boiling sun, getting skin cancer at the Brodak 2001 5th anniversary fly-in. Plane has anhedral in case you can't see it. John's cool. I don't know what. That anhedral looks awesome. Looks like I might need a trim tab on the bottom of the outboard wing. Maybe. Yeah, it's hard to tell with the anhedral, but if it's not so positive on outside maneuvers, try a little tab on the bottom of the outboard wing.
It feels just solid on the outside.
Maybe it's just an optical illusion when you look at the anhedral.
He likes it.
Well, what does that mean? You don't like it or what? You giving it to me?
He likes it. I'm noticing what he's doing. I like it.
Looking good to me. See what he says about the feel on outside maneuvers.
He's just confirming everything I thought about that thing.
Boy, it sure looks cool in the air. I like the look.
Thanks, Joe, for giving me a chance to try it.
Well, they never mind this thing.
You don't care. Wander around, here's Woody Midgley flying his new T-Bird. Anyway, we're almost at the end of this tape. And we've got to basically start getting ready for appearance judging, so get to the end of Woody's flight. Get a fresh tape and a fresh battery, see if we can get some of the appearance action. And we hope you've been enjoying the presentation, This is actually how it is. We can't, even if we wanted to, we can't doll it up. A little rough around the edges at times. Maybe a few misplaced obscenities, but then that's the way it really happened. It really did happen this way. And we're right about at the midpoint of 4 days of absolutely being in stun heaven. Okay, Woody, good decision here, baby. Good decision, Woody.